This is the homework for 521 and 522. You're playing the game called Guess My Line, and you were given 2 hints. The 2 points on the line are 1, 1 and 2, 4. The first thing you need to do is find the growth rate of the line. So I connected the 2 points with the line, and you can see from one point to the next is 3 on the y over 1 on the x. So the growth is 3 over 1. Next, you need to find the y-intercept of the line. The y-intercept is where this line crosses the y-axis. And it crosses the y-axis at -1, -2. So it crosses at 0, -2. So the y-intercept is -2. What is the equation of her line? To find the equation, we need to take the growth rate, 3 over 1, which is the slope or rate of change. So 3 over 1 is 3, and the y-intercept. So in slope-intercept form, or y equals mx plus b form, the b is the y-intercept, so it was -2. The slope or rate of change is 3. So y equals 3x minus 2. For problem 522, you need to solve each of the equations. In problem A, you need to first distribute the 2. 2 multiplied by 3x is 6x. 3 multiplied by -4 is -8. And remember, the sign goes with the term. Now, we're going to do inverse property of subtraction, which is addition. So we're going to add 8 to both sides of the equation. That created a 0 pair. And we have 6x, 22 plus 8 is 30. Inverse property of multiplication is division. We divide both sides by 6. This creates the giant 1. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 1 multiplied by x is x. 30 divided by 6 equals 5. In problem B, we have to distribute on both sides of the equation. So we have to distribute the 6 to both terms and this negative to both terms. And we could treat this as a -1 or just say the opposite of. So we have 6 multiplied by 2x is 12x. 6 multiplied by -5 is -30. The opposite of a positive x is -x. The opposite of +4 is -4. Or we can, again, treat this like a -1. -1 multiplied by x is -x. -1 multiplied by +4 is -4. Now we need to get x by itself. So in order to do that, we're going to bring the x to the side that has more, and there's more positive x's on the left side. So we're going to add x to both sides of the equation, created a 0 pair. 12x plus x is 13x. Inverse property of subtraction is addition. So we add 30 to both sides, 0 pair. And when we add these two, you keep the sign that you have more of, so we have more positives. Signs are opposite, so we're going to subtract. 30 minus 4 is 26. Inverse property of multiplication is division. Create the giant 1. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So 1 multiplied by x is x. 26 divided by 13 equals 2. For problem C, we have to first distribute this negative to both terms. So the opposite of positive y is negative y. The opposite of +2 is a -2. And you can see that now we have to combine like terms. On the left side, we have a positive 2 and a negative 2. Well, that creates a 0 pair. And now we have negative y equals 3y. Well, more positives y's on the right side, so we're going to bring this negative y over to the right by doing the inverse property of subtraction, which is addition. And now you see that this creates a 0 pair. Well, negative y plus y equals 0. So you have to put a 0 there. Otherwise, you can't just leave it blank. And then on the right side, 3y plus y equals 4y. Still don't have y by itself. So we have multiplication here, 4 multiplied by y. Inverse property of multiplication is division. Create the giant 1. What you do to one side, you do to the other. 1 multiplied by y is y. 0 divided by 4 is 0. And we don't want to know what 0 equals, so the proper way of writing this is y equals 0. In problem D, we have more distributive property, so we have to do distributive property first. We're going to distribute to the first term and the second term. 4 multiplied by x is 4x. 4 multiplied by 1 is positive 4. We have like terms, so we're going to combine the like terms first. 3 plus 4 is 7. Still don't have x by itself, so we need to isolate this variable. First, we need to get the positive 7 to the other side. Inverse property of addition is subtraction. Created a 0 pair. What you do to one side, you do to the other. And then we have 4x equals 152. Inverse property of multiplication is division. Created the giant 1. What you do to one side, you do to the other. 152 divided by 4 equals 38.